Greetings from Berkhamsted in the UK. I'm David Garrigues, and I am fortunate enough to say that I have students all over the world at this point, and many of you practice by yourself. So I've decided I'm just going to give you a few tips on getting the most out of practicing on your own. All right, so I'm giving you the top 11 hints. Okay, number one is practice at the same time 6 days a week. So that consistency is key, preferably the early morning if you can fit it in. Two, have a light meal in the evening. Okay, so your bigger meals earlier in the day so that when the morning comes, you're ready for practice. Three, so make your practice space inviting and a sacred space. Really set aside a space if possible. And then within the space, I guess how many is that? That's 3. Okay, that's 3. Sacred, separate space. 4, within that space when you practice, what I do is I have more than one mat set up. So for instance, if I'm using pads for shoulder stand or I'm doing back bends at the wall, I have more than one mat set up so that there's an economy to it. So I just stand up and go over to that setup rather than setting it up and spending time doing that. Okay, 5. So being forgiving with yourself within your consistency. See, there's a give and take, and it's very challenging day after day to get there on your own. And so some days the motivation will be lacking or less. So don't ask as much of yourself and don't be too hard on yourself. But get there to that mat, even if it's going to be a short one or a bit of a slog. Okay, number 6. It may seem simple, but kind of clean your space the night before so that it's ready when you step in the morning. 7. Make sure you heat the room really well, especially if you're in a cold place. So the ideal heat to me is the gas burning wood stove. So you get the real toasty and kind of nice quality heat. Okay. Number 8. Make your practice more often like if you have to choose between the two, you want short but intense versus kind of long and slow, kind of dragging it out. So kind of come there with some rhythm and pep and energy and go for it. And then when that runs out, that energy, then you're finished. And of course, once in a while, the long, drawn-out slog that has kind of periods of intense focus and then possibly tiredness, that's okay too. But remember the short and intense. Okay. Do your best to eliminate all external distractions. The phone, the computer, the child, the spouse, etc. Number 10. So use variety. Like you're by yourself. And so to do the same thing every day, day in, day out, can get really stale. So you can mix things up and get creative. Like emphasize back bends one day or forward bends. Or play a little bit. Just see what comes to you. And so not being too rigid with following the exact prescription every single day. All right? And then last, have regular visits to your teacher. Okay, that's so important to come and get renew your practice and your enthusiasm and to get inspired. Okay, so there you have it. Practice well. Namaste.